Finally, promotion to the prestigious rank of captain in the Imperial Army. You have been stationed to Fort Minnow, the only Imperial outpost in the distant Minnow territory. Currently, the Empire wishes to use the fertile land and send prospectors up Mount Minnow, but there is a problem. Goblins. The greenskin disease has infested the territory, and so you and the men you command have been protecting the territory from raiders. Because of the diminutive size of the fort, barely containing 1 to 2 companies, you are in charge of it. Many of the day-to-day concerns are administered by Clemens, a decent man, but you are the chief commander in the area. This afternoon, however, a soldier came to your room telling you to see Clemens as soon as possible. He has new orders from Brigadier General Francois. His office is east of the center of the fort. You should see him as soon as possible. You read the sign. Fort Administrator. You read the sign. Cook's Entrance. You read the sign. Practice Hall. This man is currently swinging his blade errantly around the room. He's fairly good at teaching soldiers about combat, but when he's placed in the field, he's been known to inadvertently injure comrades, which is why he's been assigned to train.
Hello there. How may I be of service?
He has a habit of waving his sword at the people whom he's talking to. This makes speaking with Alphonse a risky proposition. Have you ever wondered why you aren't allowed on the front lines?
Nope.
Alphonse is not known for his great intelligence either. Why did you join the army?
That's a good question.
He actually holsters his weapon for a second.
Honestly, I wonder that myself at times. I think it has to do with how much I love swinging this sword around.
He, unfortunately, draws his weapon again and continues to hurl it about him haphazardly. Have you ever considered being more careful with your blade?
No, sir. I'm proud to say that my weapon always finds its mark. Why? I'm a whirling dervish of pain if I ever get onto the battlefield, sir.
This is true only by technicality. Let's practice together. The trainer of Fort Minnow, Alphonse, is quite good at fighting. He simply confuses friend and foe from time to time. Training with him is expensive and dangerous, but ultimately and fortunately worthwhile. You read the sign. Mess Hall. You read the sign. Larder. Clemens is an okay man. As far as administrators go, he's only skimmed off the top enough to purchase carpeting for his office and some respectable clothing. It's remarkable that any administrator would be so humble.
Ah, the fort's leadership. Thank you for coming in on such short notice. I have a letter from the Brigadier General Francois stationed in Juana province to the southeast.
Let's see this letter. He hands the letter over. Orders to Fort Minnow. Gather the troops stationed at the foot of Mount Minnow to the north. Goblins should be weak due to lack of food. Crush any resistance found. Do not leave any survivors. Goblins are highly fertile and will spawn again if not exterminated. Maintain all patrols and lookouts. Minnow tribe is not only enemy unit operating in this region. He takes back the letter.
I've already arranged to have a small cadre of men hold the foot of the mountain. Not many, but then again, most of our men are busy holding the nearby area anyway. Plus, I've arranged for you to have some supplies. We've got to keep most of our cash for future infantry, but I managed to secure some arms for you to use. Just head south of my office.
Very well. He continues scribbling. Have you received reports from the field?
Well, the most recent reports are mostly good. The Western Guard Post has seen no activity from any other tribes. The Northern Guard Post hasn't seen any activity from the other side of Mount Minnow either. The lookout to the northwest of us has been sent to the foot of the mountain, though they have a few men left just in case. As a precaution. We don't expect any activity from other tribes, and the Minnow tribe is fairly well contained. You will be pleased to know that everything should go smoothly for your operation.
What other tribes are there in the area?
Well, the tribe mostly active in the Jorgsbruck province has been known to operate in our western reaches, but in no real force. Meanwhile, other tribes have occasionally sent raiding parties in our direction. Whether they intended to attack us or the Minnow tribe is unknown, all that matters is that they were weak and easily subdued.
What are the relations of individual tribes to one another?
Currently, it seems as if there are none. Goblins are territorial creatures. They are thus incapable of bonding together for a common purpose as well as we humans have. If they were to bond together, they might become more of a nuisance, though their diminutive intellects would still guarantee a victory for the progress of the Empire.
Any advice in dealing with these goblins?
Well, you may want to consult with the trainer here. Alphonse can provide you with some quick lessons in combat in case you've been slacking in your combat practice while leading your men. As for the goblins themselves, I would recommend not underestimating them. After all, they might just be goblins, but goblins are nefarious beasts without morals and will not fight fairly. And whatever this is worth, you have my best wishes in succeeding.
That's all for now. Thanks. The storehouse here has shining, gleaming, new weapons just ready to be taken by new soldiers sent to the fort. Of course, they are for new soldiers, not you. Even though you hold the rank of captain, the guard here is under strict orders not to let anyone take anything out of the cabinets. Not even you. You read the sign, Fort Minnow. You shouldn't leave your post, especially given that you have a mission from the Brigadier General himself. This is the easternmost guard post in Minnow territory. It suffered a few attacks from the nearby Jorgsbruck tribe, but it's managed to hold its ground. Unfortunately, there are no troops you can take with you. They're running with an absolute minimum in personnel as is. To the east of here is Jorgsbruck territory, struggling with a goblin tribe of its own. As tempting as it might be to go from one goblin-infested territory to another, it probably would not be wise to leave your post. You know, that whole court-martial deal. This used to be the farmland for the Minnow tribe before Imperial warriors were able to liberate it. Now, it can be tended by human hands whenever the Minnow tribe is defeated. Currently, a minute guard tower has been erected, but merely as a lookout for incoming raiders. A poor, adventurous soul decided at some point that tilling the ground here would be a good idea. Unfortunately, the barbaric goblin raiders slew his dream and him with it. This is the northern extent of the Empire's control of Minnow territory. Beyond here lies the other side of Mount Minnow, and a few raiders have been spotted in the area, justifying a small guard being posted here. Given that this is not Imperial territory, it is beyond your jurisdiction. You must stay south of this point. The small cadre of soldiers gathered from Fort Minnow are standing here, waiting for you. One of them walks up to you and says,
"Greetings. We've spotted a fair-sized group of goblins anticipating our attack at the top of the hill. Still, we have the benefit of superior training and equipment. We are ready to attack at your command."
You tell the soldiers to follow you up the mountain. After giving a quick rallying cry, boosting your men's morale, you prepare to make your way up. Let's go, men. The goblins are waiting here, ready to charge. Are you prepared to attack? Charge. The goblins have the advantage of a higher ground, but they should still be relatively easily slaughtered. You order most of your men to hold their ground in case the goblins try to outmaneuver you. Your orders were, after all, to let none escape. Another proud victory for the Empire. The goblins here have stationed sling users on their ramparts and have readied themselves against your oncoming attack. Fortunately, the tribe seems to be small. Their raids have been all bark and no bite. Your men seem relieved at this, even though the battle ahead will still be a very difficult one. The entirety of the Minnow tribe seems to have assembled here. Your job is to kill them all. It's over. It's finally over. The last goblin falls over dead. A few of your men gave their lives up valiantly to extinguish this vile tribe. Now, their sacrifices will lead to a stronger hold on this territory by the intelligent and virtuous settlers who will civilize Minnow territory. Still, something seems strange. The village is littered with sleeping pads, and there are even a fair number of buildings. Perhaps you fought the warriors only, and the women and children are hiding in the buildings. It seems odd that the whole tribe was this small. They must be hiding somewhere. You should probably search the village to find what holes these vermin have tried to bury themselves into, and kill them all. The goblins are not here. The mess hall is empty, save for a few scraps of barely edible innards strewn about the ground. Where are they hiding? A temple. Presumably, the goblins would be worshipping their dark and vile gods before making their last stand. But they aren't. They're not here. That couldn't have been the whole tribe, could it have? This small room has a remarkably deep hole dug into it. In the bottom is a large pile of black ashes. The goblins must cremate and dispose of their dead here. Still, the room is too small to hold the rest of the tribe. But there's something strange about the wooden pillar to the west. It looks like it's been moved about. A lot. This column looks as if it's been moved around a lot. It's noticeably deeper laid into the ground than its counterpart, and there's been absolutely no serious attempt to hide the amount of dirt it's displaced. It's all too tempting to push the column up to the edge of the wall. Perhaps you'll reveal the secret cranny these pests have bottled themselves into. Push it in. And suddenly your heart falls so quickly that you can feel it squished in between your toes. The goblins have, by whatever means, managed to create a secret exit to their village. They must have some sort of secret route up or down the mountain that Imperial Mountain men haven't found yet. The Minnow tribe has escaped from your grasp entirely. Where could those bastards have run off to? Let's follow them. There's a small crevasse in the mountainside here. It's all too obvious from this perspective, but it's covered in foliage and boulders from the other end. Did those rat bastards actually manage to disguise this passage, hiding it from Imperial patrols? They can't be that smart. They must be lucky. You tell your men to follow you back to Fort Minnow. They agree, but after being so badly humiliated, they aren't in very good spirits. You know exactly what lies up this mountain. Nothing. The goblins have already fled their village to wreak havoc on more innocent civilians and brave soldiers. This guard post used to be manned. Now it's been sacked. It looks as if the defenders were attempting to flee back to Fort Minnow to warn the soldiers there, but they were surrounded and slain. The goblins will pay. The fort, there's smoke coming from it. The Minnow tribe didn't just escape, they sacked Fort Minnow itself. The sounds of feasting and merriment are audible even from here. While you were gone, the fort was lost. It's highly unlikely that you'd be able to retake the fort. Sure, you took out a fair number of the goblins, but the joke is most certainly on you. With inferior equipment and training, they managed to secure a treasure trove of resources. All you have to do now is return to Juana province and tell Brigadier General Francois that you managed to hand over a solidly built hilltop fort and all of its resources to a bunch of primitives. An enviable task. Your remaining men, after collecting their senses, basically flip out and flee to the south. You can't blame them. Their best bet for staying alive is finding an intact unit to join. God damn it, the fort has been taken. Within the walls of the fort and behind its closed gates, you can hear the sounds of carousing. The goblins have probably taken all of the alcohol out of the larder and are consuming it with great gusto. What's worse is, the Minnow tribe now possesses shining, new chainmail and pikes and longswords. Never mind that they can now defend themselves from within sturdy wooden walls and iron portcullises. The warriors protecting the gates are pretty inebriated, but they don't look stupid enough to open the gates under any circumstances. It looks like the fort is pretty solidly theirs and you don't stand any chance of taking it back. This is a disaster. All you have left to do now is tell Brigadier General Francois about it and probably get demoted. The road to Juana province is long. Perhaps it's a short march, but it seems to take forever, like a prisoner's last meal before execution or the fleeting few breaths of a man on his deathbed. Both such men, however, are enviable to you at this point. At least they don't have to live to bear their burdens. You, however, have one hell of a life awaiting you after a disastrous blunder like this. In the end, though, the Brigadier General is merciful. You only end up breaking a few rib bones and a shin when he hears the news, and you're given the better part of a day to rest up before being sent to the front lines again. Your assignment is to serve under another, considerably more competent captain, this time with the rank of private, marching north from Terrence province to retake Minnow territory. The beatings given to you by your fellow privates for wasting away a whole territory are considerably lenient, all things considered, given that it's your massive ineptitude that lost the territory in the first place. You morons.